Hello and welcome, my name is Simon and Dan and I am back with another Flat Earth Fail compilation. The last one was so well received I thought I'd give it another go. Before we begin, I just want to say another massive thank you. We are well on the way to 1,500 subscribers at the time of filming. If any of the new subscribers would like to become a patron, please check out the channel's Patreon page. There's a hatful of awards there, plus exclusive Patreon-only videos every month. I'll leave the link in the description. Right, back to today's video. The first YouTuber is a guy called The Globe Lie. So I'll set the scene. He's in his garage, he has a scale and some liquids. He thinks in a few moments he's going to disprove gravity. Run it.
So what we're going to do is we're going to pour 5 ounces of water into the glass jar. We got some oil also. So we can do grams or ounces. Let's just keep it easy. Let's just do ounces. We'll pour 5 ounces in there. Here we are at 5 ounces. 5 ounces of water. So now let's add the oil. And we're going to add more than 5 ounces of oil. Let's just kind of do it kind of slowly because we don't want to mix it too much. And we are at 10 ounces. Let's just keep going. 11 ounces. So the total volume now is 12 ounces in the jar. That means we got 5 ounces of water and 7 ounces of oil. So the oil actually weighs more than the water. But the oil's on top of the water's on the bottom. What does that prove?
It proves that water, 1 gram per centimetre cubed, is denser than oil at around 0.91 grams per centimetre cubed. I thought this was a gravity experiment.
It proves that gravity is just a theory, it's not real.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that's escalated quite quickly, isn't it? An experiment to show the density of 2 liquids proves that gravity isn't real.
The water is more dense than the oil. The oil weighs more than the water, but the oil stays on top of the water. Why is that?
Because it's less dense. Thought we'd agreed on that one.
Gravity indicates that something more heavy would be on the bottom, but it's not on the bottom, it's on the top.
Ah, okay, I'll get it now. He doesn't have a single clue about what gravity is and how it works. Makes sense now. So, according to your video of gravity, a heavier object should always be below a lighter one. So what happens if I put a slightly heavier box on top of a lighter box? Would they switch places?
So what we have here is we have 7 ounces of oil on top of 5 ounces of water. How do you explain that?
I thought we'd already done this.
What happened to gravity?
Nothing. It's always been here.
According to gravity, the oil, which weighs more than the water, should be underneath the water.
No, I don't think you understand. We've spoken about this already. Asking a question more than once doesn't make it more acceptable.
But it isn't, because the water is more dense than the oil. How much oil would it take to displace the water? We've got 7 ounces on top right now. How much oil will that water support before it pushes down and puts the water on top of the oil? How much will it take?
Okay, I've heard enough now. Just because you conduct an experiment, it doesn't mean that it's a good one or that it's scientific. Now, if you'd set out to prove that a less dense liquid will sit above a denser one, your experiment would be sufficient, and I would be congratulating you. Next up, we have a plaintruth.info, who has decided that the globe Earth myth can be completely destroyed and disproven in under 3 minutes. Interesting.
Occam's razor states that the simplest explanation is probably the correct explanation. So let's see how that applies to a globe ball 24-hour time zone map. If anyone was to Google world time zones, they would find only flat maps describing the 24-hour time zones of the Earth. And if you scroll down, you see nothing but flat Earth maps. Isn't that interesting?
Oh, I'm sorry that Google doesn't give us 3D results when searching for images. The results most commonly seen here are that of the Mercator projection map. It's probably the best way to show the countries of a 3D spherical Earth in a 2D fashion. It is not evidence for a flat Earth.
Now, if we were to maybe say, well, maybe it's global world time zones, again, all we see are flat maps. Here's a time zone map of the world, all right? It's on a flat map. And if we scroll down a little further, they show a cute little clock that can only work on a flat Earth. So here is just proof evidence conclusively that we do not live on a round spinning ball hurtling through space at thousands of miles per second and all the rest of the rubbish that we've been told and sold over so many decades.
No, it is proof that your computer screen is flat. That's about it.
So here I just took an orange representing the round ball global Earth, and I divided it into 24 sections. 24 sections at the equator, which represents the 24 time zones on Earth, 1 hour at a time. So this is the exact same orange. I drew the lines of 24 sections around a round ball Earth and drew them up to the North Pole. And my simple question for everybody who believes we live in a heliocentric round ball Earth, can you please tell me what time is it at the North Pole as we spin around? Is it 12 o'clock? Is it 2 o'clock? Is it 11 a.m.? Is it 11 p.m.? Works the same on the other way if we do have a South Pole. I didn't draw the lines in, but you get the idea. Simply proven, very easy to do. We do not live on a round ball, folks. It is simply impossible given the time zones. Case closed.
I'm actually going to give credit to this guy for this question. It's a sensible question because the answer is not immediately obvious. However, just asking the question doesn't mean we automatically don't live on a globe, because we do. Here is what's actually going on up there. In practice, polar explorers and scientists can pretty much choose which time zone is most convenient to them. Those working at the McMurdo station in Antarctica, for example, have chosen New Zealand time. There. That wasn't too difficult, was it? This next one comes from a YouTuber called Jeremiah Sturk. He likes magnets and the flat Earth. Here we go.
Okay, now I'm going to give a demonstration here to prove to you that the Earth could not possibly be a spinning ball, a magnetic spinning ball at that, because when magnetic fields collide, they act as a braking system. So the Earth could not possibly be what they claim it to be, and that is a magnetic ball. And the sun could not possibly be magnetic lava.
I don't think I've ever heard the sun being described as consisting of magnetic lava.
As they claim. Because if that were so, here's what would happen to the Earth and all the planets within the solar system with that big of a sun. Here's what would happen right here. Watch. So, in that simple experiment proves that the Earth does not move and that the sun would pull by its gravity and its magnetic field would pull the Earth and all the other planets, if they were planets as we think they are, into the sun, completely destroying them.
No, No. You see, what you've done is, quite amusingly, confused two bar magnets with celestial mechanics. I don't think I've ever seen such an oversimplification before. It'd be similar to me showing you the complete inner workings of a computer by pressing the 1 button on a calculator. We finish with a video from a channel that is ironically called The Truth. The title of it is The Sun 93 million miles away.
Welcome to The Truth, Flat Earth. I want to show you guys a picture, and it's going to be a very interesting one. Check this out. So this is a picture from the sky, the sun on the land. There's no clouds, it's a sunny day, it's beautiful. You can see the full land with the river and the trees and everything. The sun, the light shining of the sun, you can see the hot spot on the land, and you see the sun in the sky, which looks more like a light bulb.
I don't know about you, but I wouldn't like to put a light bulb like that in my bedside table lamp.
And then you see the picture says 93 million miles and starts laughing, right? So the distance between the sun and the surface of the earth, that would supposed to be 93 million miles. Can you seriously think, I mean, if you just check this picture and you're like against the flat earth, I mean, this is not for convincing anyone, but just say you're against the flat earth, you think that flat earth is something like weird and nuts.
Weird and nuts are two words I would use to describe flat earth. There are approximately another 50 words I would also use.
If you see this picture and they tell you that the sun, the distance between the earth and the sun is 93 million miles.
Where does all this "they tell you" come from? The scientists of old didn't just pull a number out their arses and decide to tell everyone that was the distance and expect them to be believed. Experiments were done, it was proved, and has been many times since.
Does this distance that you see in the picture correspond to what would be supposed to be 93 million miles?
Yes. Yes, it does. Because we don't live in a 2D universe, do we? Just think for 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Is it not feasible that in this picture the sun is far away? Would that be completely unbelievable? It all depends on the angle that the photo's taken, doesn't it? I mean, you don't look at a sunset and say, oh wow guys, the sun is literally touching the earth over there. Complete gibberish.
And we're spinning. So the earth is spinning, the sun is spinning, the Milky Way is spinning, the whole galaxy is spinning, the solar system is spinning, everything is spinning.
And my head is spinning from your absolute nonsensical video. Good day. Well, there we have it, the second Flat Earth Fail compilation. Thank you all very much for watching. The 1000 subscriber Q&A will be taking place on Tuesday the 26th of June at 8 PM GMT for approximately 30 minutes live on Facebook. If you want to take part and you haven't done so already, please like the Simon Dan Facebook page. There'll be further details about it put on the page by the end of the weekend. I've been Simon Dan. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.